True love stories never have endings. These are the words of writer Richard Bach, and I believe this is what my mom and dad share a true love story. I want to thank you all for coming out to celebrate my parents' 25th wedding anniversary. Being their son for 20 years, I have seen them through thick and thin, and this has made me believe that true love still exists. Most of you here have only known my parents for a few years, but for others like Uncle John, Grandma Barb, Grandma Sydney, have known them their entire lives. But what we all have in common is that we see the special bond these two people share. From when they first met, to having kids, to what their future holds, their relationship has been put to the test time and time again, and they have prospered in the end. Mike Rossman and Stacy Paul first met each other their senior year of high school, when my mom had moved from Greendale to a small town called Palmyra. My mom, already having a boyfriend at the time, had denied my dad every time he approached her. After graduating college, though, their paths crossed again, and they finally went on a date. My dad said that he was, quote, so nervous that he couldn't believe that she would say yes. After a year or so of dating, they decided to move in with each other. My dad's final test for my mom was taking her on a road trip to Vero Beach to visit my Uncle John. Finally, after a year of dating and a year of living together, they decided to tie the knot in 1996. Marrying in December, they wanted to go somewhere warm, and on December 30th, 1996, they were married on Smathers Beach, Key West, Florida, which sounds really nice right now. My mom had already been married then divorced. My dad engaged at one point, and they believed they found what they were looking for, a soulmate. After being married for a year, they finally decided to start a family. And in November of 1998, my older brother Matt was born. Even though he fell off of the changing table at a young age, Dad, he turned out all right. Having the first child was kind of a shock for the both of them, but they somehow made it work out. My mom talked about how they were just two kids who had no idea what they were doing. And my dad said there was a lot of diaper changing and a lot of messes to clean up. Matt says they always supported him no matter what he did. When he didn't want to play baseball, they didn't force him to. When he wanted to play the baritone in band, they got him a baritone. By the time I came around, they were seasoned vets at the art of being parents. They supported me in whatever I chose to do. When I wanted to quit a sport, they let me. Whenever I was down about something, they would pick me up. Their unconditional love and support has shaped me into the person that I am today. A few years ago, I decided I wanted to join the National Guard. They were nothing but supportive of me, and in fact encouraged me to pursue it. They have always been there for me and my brother, and we're still able to make time for each other. Now that Matt and I are out of the house, they have a lot of free time to themselves. But they still find ways to learn more about each other, which is crazy considering they've been married for 25 years. When asking if they'd ever get sick of each other, my dad said, I'm sure I'll get sick of her, but I still got a lot to learn. Having full-time jobs, they made it clear it's important to come home and catch up with each other. They ask about each other's days, and my mom said they talk about 3 good things and 3 bad things from that day. Taking the weekends off during the summer to go on boat rides all day, and taking those fall days to go on walks, it's really needed. They have inspired me to have a healthy relationship. My dad only sleeps on the couch when my mom is either sick or is snoring too loud. They never go to bed angry at one another. They say problems can always be solved. They are still in love with each other, and they always let each other know that. They still find time in their busy schedules to take vacations for themselves, and most of all, they support each other no matter what. Their relationship never ceases to amaze me, and making me believe that eternal love still is possible in today's society. Overall, I'm so happy for my parents for reaching this milestone. Although they have had many hardships in their marriage, and I'm sure there are more to come, there are problems that can always be solved, and there are many things to be happy about. I'm so glad to be your son, and I thank you for all of your love and support, not just for me, but for each other. Thank you.